Man, what's going on with y'all? So, what I want to get into today, and what's crazy is I probably have avoided talking about this topic. One of my subscribers, I believe J Val, he put in the comment section, he was asking me like, what are my thoughts on, taking single women seriously. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into that. In this space, so many men are like, man, don't get with a single woman. You're gonna be destroyed. You a beta if you get with single women. One has these different theories, and I kind of used to think a similar way. When I was in my early and mid 20s, I was in the mindset of, man, she got kids. I ain't taking her seriously at all. Like, you hardcore to that. You like, man, nah, she can't have kids. But what you realize is, the funny thing is, usually the women that have kids tend to know how to be more feminine than the one without kids. Like, more women that I have dated with kids, I've had better situations with than women without kids. That's the crazy part. So really up until I was like 28, my mindset has always been like, I'm not taking a woman seriously that has kids. I'm just not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I want to be able to enjoy my woman who I'm gonna decide to spend my life with. I want to be able to enjoy her without a kid being in the way, because you want to be able to do the honeymoon. You and your wife can pick up and go when you want to, but if she got a kid, we gotta make sure the sitter is straight. So there's a lot of things that come, the baby dad, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that come with that type of lifestyle choice. But here's the funny thing about life, right? As you start to get older and things like that, you start to mature, you start to look at things differently. It's called evolving, you know what I'm saying? Like, the same reason why on YouTube you may stop watching somebody, you know what I'm saying, because they may have not evolved. They're still talking about the same thing they was talking about 10 years ago. So sometimes you have to evolve. My mindset now, honestly, when it comes to women with kids, I'll take a woman seriously that has a kid. I'll take a woman seriously with a kid, depending on these factors right here. I'm not really tripping on how old the kid is, as long as they're really over being a toddler, right? Because that's like a lot of nourishing, and that takes up a lot of time when you have a toddler or a baby, you know what I'm saying? You feel me on that, right? But here's the thing, understanding that the child's parent or dad is going to be in our life until that kid is old enough to kind of, be self-sufficient on their own. The one thing I'm looking at and paying attention to is how the baby dad is, you know what I'm saying? And God forbids that he's no longer on this earth no more. So if he's not no longer on the earth, now I'm kind of looking at the support system. Does she have a strong support system for that child? So I'm looking at the supporting cast of the child. That's what I would tell anybody first, to look at that, because if the baby dad, if it's toxic, and the mom and the girl, the woman you're dating, and the baby dad, they got issues and drama, you don't want to get a part of that, because you'll end up in a situation that, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be in. I watch too much of these Fatal Attraction, Forensic Files shows to know that when you create that dynamic, it becomes an issue. And everybody's experience is different, right? You know what I'm saying? We all got different experiences, right? But what I would tell y'all, from my experience, women with kids, they already know how to be a mother for the most part. As long as you didn't pick a trashy, we're speaking in terms of you didn't pick a trashy woman, right? But usually women with kids, you know what I'm saying, they have good motherly instincts already. And if you're looking to have kids, you already know, okay, she's good at being a mother. And usually a woman that has kids, or a kid, they're more likely to invest into you. They're more likely to work harder than the woman that doesn't have any kids. And I know that sounds backwards, but what you got to think, for the most part, dudes want to deal with a woman who doesn't have kids. And women who don't have kids, especially in this Instagram world we live in, a lot of them are more prone to not want to put in the work for a relationship. They're not going to want to invest. And like I told you, most of my best situations with women, especially in my mid to late 20s, have been women that have kids or had a kid, because they were more willing to do more work, because they understood that most men are kind of turned off. And this is nothing against women, being a single mother. I have nothing against them. I have homegirls that are single mothers. I have nothing against that. But the whole point to this is you have to do whatever is best for your situation. Because let me say it to you like this, right? If you have a woman who she checks off every box, she invests in you, she makes your life easier, her family is cool, her baby dad is cool, she wants more out of life, she knows how to get her own money, she doesn't argue, she's loyal. When you have a woman that meets all those qualities, but yet she has a kid that's 12, are you gonna necessarily not talk to her because she has a kid that's 12? So at the end of the day, that's the whole point. Like, as you mature, you start to understand, like, as long as the kid is cool and, the kid's baby dad pop situation is cool, you know what I'm saying? What's the big deal? That's kind of how I look at it. Because if that woman is doing everything in your life to make your life easier and she's treating you like a king and she's a queen, then sometimes that's the way the deck rolls, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you have to be able to use your own discernment. Also, you got to put in your frame of mind that the kid and the mom is a package deal. So most likely if his pops is, God forbid, he's not on this earth no more, then the financial burden is going to be on you. You know what I'm saying? If you plan on taking care of that household, because you can't just leave the child out type of thing. So you definitely want to take that into factor. So for me, I know that's something I'm willing to do if that woman is the right. I'm not saying that I prefer that situation, but what I'm saying is if a woman has a kid and the pops is no longer here and I got to do what I got to do, then I will make that decision in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So I think at the end of the day, it just depends on what you can live with. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fits your boat. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of women out here who don't have kids, they be the most difficult to deal with, to be honest with you. So at the end of the day, I think if you want to be with a woman that has kids, now I ain't saying be with somebody that got 3 different baby dads or 4 different baby daddies and all that kind of stuff. That's too much. But if she got a kid or 2, maybe 2, just look into how the dynamic is. Look into how she conducts herself and different things like that, and you should be straight. All right, guys, that's my video for today. I appreciate you guys for coming to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.